What's up, man?
No,
Hey, yo.
hey Josh, you can see the big dog.
The whole gang here.
Liar.
20 subs.
13, baby.
Alright.
13, baby.
Alright, man. Quarter zip. Macho. What you want, man?
Hey,
The Sambas?
bro, you gotta sip it.
Dudes will move to Austin and start doing anything, man.
It's a lovely day to go outside,
Lovely
sir.
day.
Big ass jeans, big ass shoes, big ass quarter zip, big ass glasses, little ass macho though.
I was the third brother of five, doing whatever I had to do to
Day in ATX, baby. Where you at?
You got the double video, man.
say what I did was alright.
Yeah, we're not gonna go that way. We're not gonna go that way. All right, we're here with Franklin from Orlando.
Yeah.
In Austin, Texas. Why are you here, man?
Looking to move out, man.
Franklin's a community guy. When did you join the community?
End of April, like April 19th to be exact. I think I remember the exact day.
The reason why we're recording this interview, well, one, because you're here, but also you just came off 11.4K?
11.6.
11.6K a month. And you're 20 or 21?
21. I just turned 21.
You were selling gym sales, you were doing like personal training?
Yeah, just like personal training membership packages, yeah.
You did 9.4.
Yeah, so I did like 9.4. That was like my closest 10K month. Then I did like 9.9 and I was like $40 off and I was like, yo, I hit my 10K month. But like mentally, I was like, dude, I didn't hit my 10K month. Yeah, I didn't hit my 10K month. And then finally, this previous month, I did like 11.6 in commissions, yeah.
Fire interview.
It was amazing, bro.
Gonna go look at some apartments today. Look at these remote sales guys, man.
Hey, reading the Because of Sales newsletter right now. The
Really?
sauce that's in this newsletter, game changing, life changing. And if you ain't subscribed to it, I'm sure Dylan will put a little link in the description below. Also, I want to give a quick little shout out. I got a video coming on the way. Me and Dylan sat down and we absolutely ripped some sauce.
true.
I think you guys will really enjoy it. I'm finishing up the edits on it now. It'll be out soon. Stay tuned, baby.
Noah said, hey y'all, I really like Dylan. Check out Dylan's thing, but also I have a thing, so check out my thing.
We did film a video and it was good, interview style.
Oh shit, he farming again.
Do you post this on the Serial Sales?
It would be good if we posted this for Dylan's all male audience.
Objection. Woo. Bang. Gotta think about it. Bang. Ooh, I ain't got the money. Bang.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think like
I had someone ask me recently, yo, what time are you free to run on Friday? I realized I had difficulty explaining was, well, I have calls on Friday, but I also have other things that are not on the calendar that need to be done on Friday. This was actually last Friday, but the point stands. It is Friday today as well. If you guys have like super call heavy schedules and that prohibits you from prioritizing things that are not necessarily calls, that are not necessarily calendar, one of my favorite things to do is go notebook on them and just cross this stuff out. So I have calls and then I also have things that I need to do aside from the calls. Usually the stuff aside from the calls is like working on the business and the stuff with the calls is like working in the business. Not always the case. Heavily recommend. I actually have a notebook. It's put away somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's a notebook or two of doing exactly this in 2022 when I quit my job and started in remote closing. And a lot of it was call notes and follow-ups and stuff. But then also as I started my community and as I branched off and started to do different things, dude, it's a whole notebook, pages front and back of me building a 7-figure business, not knowing what the hell I'm doing. And not only is it good, pen on paper, have it right in front of you, cross it out, feels good. But dude, one day I'll be able to look back at that, like have all the dates. I'll be able to like give it to my kid and be like, this is how we were able to afford everything. This is how you build a business. This is how you figure shit out. Because a lot of these days, if you look in the journal, there's like the same stuff written over and over again. Maybe it's because I didn't have the time, I didn't get to it, I didn't finish it. Some days just look like this. Some days we write motivational stuff in here. One thing that I like to do, I was in the habit of reading, which I need to get back into. I'd always draw like a line at the bottom, and then I would put like a quote or something I learned or a perspective that was valuable that I learned from my reading or from just existing that day. Example, September 9th, 2025, I was listening to a Hormozy podcast. I wrote, not deciding is the worst decision you can make when running a business. Like the wrong decision isn't the worst decision. Not deciding And who knows, dude, maybe I'll see that in like a year or two and be like, wow, that is so true. And it helps me get through a bottleneck. Anyway, start writing shit down, you guys. Now we're on 4K.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? I don't even know if they can hear us. So this is high ticket sales. We take a lot of notes.
Man, busy week. I've barely been able to film. This week went to a private fan bases dinner. We had a cool message from a community member here after one of our live calls. We had like 6 people in there. 3 of them knew. 3 of them had made like 20K plus months. Pretty chill, gloomy day. In addition to all this, I've been stacking 50-mile weeks running. Next week is a deload week, thankfully. Launched our first low ticket product for Because of Sales. About to sign the agreement for the equity partner on Because of Sales. I'm about to switch up that format to make it more sustainable. If you guys are newsletter subscribers to Because of Sales, they're about to look a little different. We are still posting hella jobs in our community, having hella people post wins. Last month's wins challenge was a poster from Drool Art, like a large poster with a frame, something to put like in the Zoom background. So that just got shipped out. This month it is a professional Shure microphone, boom arm, and some blue light blockers. All you got to do is post a win in our community. We do a drawing and we hook you up. All right, you guys, I had a couple people ask me recently, trying to diagnose some bottlenecks in their application process. So I wanted to make this module really quick. There's really 4 main stages where you're gonna get stuck. Either your Loom videos aren't getting views, you're not getting responses to your applications, you're not getting interviews, or you're not getting offers. And surprisingly, it's a lot of the same things that I guess contribute to these outcomes or lack of outcomes, but let's talk about them. The main thing that you want to probably know coming into this is that
It's the tallest building in Texas right there. Looks nice.
this clip is sponsored by Pete Terry's from last night. The point that you guys are watching in the video is the point that I'm editing, and I decided to refilm this concept that I talked about. The video wasn't the best quality, but I have conversations with people that I know pretty often that are great at sales, that are looking at the next thing, and I have conversations with people that are trying to be great at sales, that are newer to sales. And here is something that I wish somebody told me sooner. When it comes to getting great at sales, when it comes to stacking skills beyond sales to build your own business and start to create leverage, don't focus on being great at sales. Don't focus on being great at content. Don't focus on being great at marketing or paid ads. Focus on being consistent. Focus on being consistently okay and getting better at the thing that is going to unlock whatever you want. In less than 5 years, I went from driving the Amazon truck to pretty much financial freedom, depending on how you want to dictate that. I would say me getting good at sales is what started this. It kicked it off. That's how I made my first $100,000. That's how I saved my first $100,000. And then I realized, because I've always been entrepreneurial, that I want to get to the next level. And the next thing that I stacked onto that was content. And by no means am I perfect at content. Even this video is not perfect. And I've spent a lot of time editing this video. And then I learned marketing. And then I learned fulfilling on a service. And then I learned client success and data and tracking and freaking web design and legal. And I like just stacking skills. But it started with me being super, super consistent at sales and then content. And we can like put a slash marketing on content. The problem I see a lot of people face is they just quit before the momentum starts. A lot of my friends run similar businesses to me, online coaching or consulting, and their margin is like so much worse. And, you know, I tell them YouTube is great. You should be on YouTube. But what you can't just pay for, snap your fingers and have good quality, authentic content is 2 YouTube videos a week for over a year, because that's what I've been doing. Just now am I starting to see the compounding of doing 2 videos per week over the course of the year and fulfilling on a service at a high level. You put those things together, plus you get some good talent on your team, yeah, it's gonna work. It's like the same thing with running, dude. I've been talking about running a lot. I'll probably do an Ironman after this. After an Ironman, I'd love to get into some combat sports. I want to get back into like weightlifting. And it's not that I need to do all these things at the same time. It's like I'm just going to be super consistent at what I've decided to do right now until I hit my goal, which is a sub 3-hour marathon. And then I'll switch the consistency into the next thing. Growing an online business can be daunting. It can be scary. It can be difficult. There's a lot of moving parts. Getting a remote sales job, the same. But talk to people that know more than you, gain insight, and then just take ruthless action based on the insight that you gain and fail forward. Earlier in the video, I was talking about the Hormozy quote, the worst decision is not making one. So true, so true. Don't be great at objection handling, be great at consistently getting better at objection handling. Don't be great at content. You'll never be perfect at content. Be perfect at being consistent with content. And be perfect at watching it back. I watch a lot of my YouTube videos back in front of my fiance, and I can tell she's kind of like, why are you watching your own video? It's like, dude, I'm studying game tape. I'm studying how I could make this edit better or keep retention higher here. I'm just a student of the game, man. And I think you guys can kind of sense that. And I think that's why our business does so well because, dude, I'm just building this in real time. I'm building it in front of you guys. I'm iterating in front of you guys. If you're trying to do something similar, just shadow what I'm doing. I'm paying a running coach right now. He's a lot faster than me. And to this point, dude, I'm just shadowing his plan at a slower speed. Is it getting me closer to my goal? Yes. This dude ran a 2:45 marathon. Obviously this works. I need to adapt to him. I need to do what he's found to work. So my message to you guys, don't overthink it. Do some due diligence and take ruthless action and be consistent. Focus on being consistent. And everything else will fall in place. I do appreciate you guys watching every Thursday. Educational, deep dive, how to land a remote sales job. Sunday, a little bit behind the scenes, more fun, building businesses, helping people get remote sales jobs, and all of the like. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe now because I would really like to grow faster on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.